So hi everyone, welcome. My name's Katie. I'm really happy to be here to practice yoga with you today. We'll be running through a short 30-minute series just focusing on alignment principles to help us feel stable and grounded as we move throughout practice. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to begin in mountain pose by finding our center, so feeling rooted through those feet, and then warming up the body with sun salutations. So inhale as you extend, reach the arms up overhead. Good, and then exhale as you fold forward to release. So dive down, plant the hands, right foot back, and then the left. So coming into inclined plane, strong push-up position. The core is engaged, extending out through the heels, through the crown of the head. Good, and then inhale, drop to the knees, exhale, sitting back, releasing in child's pose. And then inhaling to come forward into cobra, so bringing the head, chest through the arms, and then press through the palms, extending the arms, good, opening the chest. As you tuck the toes under, lift the hips back up. So pressing into down dog, and just wake up the legs, pedal the feet, drawing one heel down, one heel up. And then bringing that movement to stillness and stepping the right foot forward. Good, and then the left to come all the way up on the inhale, extending the arms, palms together, arching. Good, and then exhaling back to center. Good, and again as you inhale, lift up, extend the arms, and then fold forward to release as you dive down, empty your lungs. Good, left foot back, and then the right. So back in inclined plane. So keeping the abdominals engaged, spine long, drawing that right knee to the left elbow across the midline. And then switching, so the left knee over to the right. Good, as you drop to the knees, sit back, releasing in child's pose, hips to heels, forehead to the mat. Good, inhaling to come forward. Coming into cobra, so grounding those hips and then extending out from there through the belly, through the sternum, shoulders releasing down the back. As you tuck the toes, again lift the hips back up, pressing in back up into down dog, chest towards the thighs, reaching up with your sitting bones. Good, left foot forward, and then the right. As you come all the way up, sweeping our arms up overhead, extending, palms together. Good, exhaling, hands back to the heart, finding your center. And again, as you inhale, lift up, reaching. Good, fold forward to release. You come all the way back down, right foot back, and the left. Good, so from here we're going to shift our weight to the left side of the body and extend the right arm overhead. So looking up at your hand, keep lifting your hips up away from the mat. Good, switching other side, so planting the right hand, extending the left. So extending those arms in opposite directions, and again hips up away from the mat. Good, coming back to center, so planting the left hand, drop to the knees, and then sitting back to release in child's pose. And then coming forward on the inhale. Good, press through the palms, lift the chest. As you tuck the toes under, lift the hips back up, back in down dog. Let's walk the dog again, so just pedaling the feet, bending one knee at a time. Good, coming back to stillness, and then stepping the right foot forward. Good, and the left. Inhale to rise up, extend the arms. Good, and then exhaling right back to center. Good, one last time as we inhale to open, lift, Extend the arms and then fold forward to release, coming all the way down, left foot back. Good, and the right. So from here we'll bring our feet wide to the edges of the mat or beyond the mat, and just feeling your lower abdominals engaged. So keeping them active as you draw the right knee to the right elbow, so the same side. And then the left. Good. And then drop down to the knees, bringing those feet back together, releasing in child's pose. Hips to heels. Good, inhaling to come back into Cobra. Ground the hips, lift the chest, shoulders roll down the back. As you tuck the toes, press through the palms again, lift the hips back up. Good, and then we'll drop the left heel down, right leg up. As you bend the knee, and just pump the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling a few times. And then on the exhale, we'll draw the right knee left to the right elbow. Good, inhale, extending that right leg straight back. And then drawing it to the midline, chin to the chest, drawing that right knee in. Good, and then extending it straight back. And then drawing the right knee across the midline to the left elbow, feeling the weight come forward. Good, inhale to extend it straight back behind you. And then releasing, dropping the right foot down. And then the left leg up. Good, as you bend the knee, pump the sole of the foot up. Just a few times, and then on the exhale, left knee, left elbow. Good, inhale to extend the left leg straight back. And then to the midline, round the back, tuck the chin, forehead towards the knee. Good, inhale to extend. And then last time, left knee over to the right. Good, and then kicking that left leg straight back. And then stepping left foot forward between the hands and the right. Good, as you rise, inhaling, extend the arms overhead, palms together. And then exhaling, hands to the heart, finding your center. Good, so releasing the hands to the side, and then we'll take a big step back with that left foot and sink straight down onto the knee. Hands on either side of the foot. Good, and gazing right in front of the toes, keeping your neck in alignment with the rest of the spine. We'll just press through the back heel. So the left knee comes up off the mat. And keep releasing the hips downward, hips heavy. And then we're going to add movement as we drop that left knee down. Good, as soon as it touches down, press through the heel, extend again. So keep lengthening through the sternum, through the crown of the head. Good, dropping that knee back down. And then extending through the heel, open up. Good, one last time. Good, and then we'll keep the left leg fully extended and bring our right hand to the left, to the inside of the foot. And now watch your hips. Keep your hips right where they are, just dropping your right knee out to the side. Opening the outer right hip. Good, deep breathing. And then bringing the right knee back around to center so it's back over the ankle, keeping our left hand planted into the mat and the right arm reaches overhead. So turning to the right as you look up at your hand. Keep pressing through that back left heel. And then bringing your right hand onto the low back, deepening the twist. So twisting from the base of the pelvis, belly, chest open. Good, slowly untwisting. As you come back to center, we'll just lift the hips and now extend the legs. Both legs fully extended. Drop the head, relax the neck. And then connect with the breath. On the inhale, bend the knee so it's over the ankle. Come onto the fingertips. Good, drop the hips, looking up. And then exhale to release again, extending the right leg. Forehead towards the knee. Good, inhale to open back up. So hips drop, chest open, lifted. Good, and then exhale to release, drawing everything back to center. One more time, inhale to open. Back on the fingertips, shoulders out of the ears. Good, exhale, fully release. A few more breaths. That right hip joint way in. And then dropping down to the left knee. Good, sit back. So now full extension in that right leg. And really flex the foot, active stretch. Keep releasing your chest towards the thigh. Good, and then bringing that right foot back, and then the left foot forward at the top of the mat. We'll even it out on the other side. So hands down on either side of the foot, walking the right knee back. And now minimize lift in the hips. Keep your hips heavy as you press through the heel, extend that right leg. And then adding the little pulses as you drop the right knee back down. Good, and then extend again through the heel, open up that hip joint. And again, releasing the knee. Good, and then full extension as you press through the heel. Good, one more time, dropping it back down. As soon as it touches down, extend again. So keeping that right leg fully extended, left hand to the right. And then just rolling onto the outer edge of your foot. So dropping that knee out to the side. Drawing left knee again back to center so it's over the ankle. Right hand stays planted, left arm reaches. Again, looking up at your hand. Good, bringing your left hand now into the low back. Deepening the twist, just hinging, revolving around the spine as you look up. And then untwisting to come to center. Good, both hands down and then extending that left leg. Dropping the head and softening along the spine. Good, and then inhale to bend the knee, drop the hips and look up. And then exhale again to release, drawing everything back to your center. Good, inhale to open. Lift your sternum, bend the knee, drop the hips. Good, and then releasing as you extend that left leg. Left hip joint in. And one more time on the inhale to open up. And then exhale again, releasing. And then dropping down to the right knee as you sit back, flexing the foot, and just bowing over your left leg, releasing your chest towards the thigh. Good, and then bringing that left leg back to meet the right. Good, so we'll drop down onto our mats, onto our bellies, and then gluing the legs together, and we'll bring our left forearm up to the top of your mat, and then releasing the forehead into the forearm. So relaxing the whole upper half of the body, and then bending the right knee. Good, and then reaching around for the foot or the ankle. Good, and lengthening the knee away from the hip joint, kick your foot back into your hand, away from the body. So it's an active stretch. Keep kicking back, feeling the hip joint release downward into the mat. Good, and now pulling the toes, drawing that right foot in. Good, now releasing the foot and really slowly extending that right leg all the way back down. And just take a moment to pause, notice if there's a difference from the right and left side of the body. And then we'll even it out on the other side, so bring the right arm up, dropping the forehead. Good, relaxing the neck, the jaw, the shoulders, the whole upper half of the body as you bend that left knee, grabbing the foot, the ankle. And that same action on this side, kicking back, foot into the hand, away from the body. Good, now pulling the toes, drawing the left foot in, still lengthening the knee away from the hip joint. Good, and then releasing the left foot, and really slowly releasing that left leg straight back. So bringing length in the leg as you release it all the way down. Good, and then pressing ourselves up, so we're back on the forearms. And bringing our elbows under the shoulders, and really pressing into the forearms, keeping those shoulders out of the ears, interlacing the hands. Good, and then tucking the toes under, we're coming into plank pose, so bringing our whole body parallel to the floor. So everybody taking a big deep breath in. Good, and on the exhale, empty your lungs, and when your lungs are empty, then lift your bodies up off the mat. Good, keep breathing deeply, connecting with the breath, engaging the core. Good, a few more deep breaths. If you want to challenge yourself, bringing one foot up off the mat, just a few inches, lifting the toes. Again, keep pressing through the heels. And then switching other side. Good, both feet down. And then everybody fully releasing, dropping down on to the belly, cheek to the side. Good, arms straight back. And just sinking into your mat, so releasing all the muscles we just engaged. Good, and then with as little effort as possible, coming back up. So bringing your hands under the shoulders to lift the hips. Good, walking the knees forward as you tuck the toes, and just doing a simple forward fold. So grab a hold of the elbows, releasing downward. And just rocking side to side. And then bringing that movement to stillness, releasing the elbows to uncurl the spine again, really slowly. Just letting the arms hang, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Good. And then releasing the shoulders to stand nice and tall. Good. So let's bring the right foot to the top of the mat, left foot back, and square off the hips. Good. Really plug into the feet, drawing energy up the legs, extending your arms overhead. If you want to interlace those hands, coming into warrior one. So just simply bending the knee so it's over the ankle, and then lifting the sternum to look up. So leaning back, bringing your head in alignment with the heart. And really connecting with the breath and the pose, bringing the pose to life. So on the exhale, softening and releasing. On the inhale, expanding and opening. And then extending the leg, releasing the arms back behind you. So try to grab a hold of the elbows. And then we're going to come into a flat back. So hinging forward, long spine again, and inhale first to lengthen the spine, filling the lungs. And on the exhale, dropping the chest. Good, forehead towards the knee, releasing again, softening the spine. And then pressing through the back foot, inhaling, rising up. Good. And then we'll keep our feet right where they are, just turning the torso to the left. And then arms out at shoulder height and open the chest. Good, rotating those palms back down, keeping the chest open. And then reaching out over that right leg, coming into triangle pose. Good, hand on to the shin. And then left arm extends, opens up. So firming the legs so we don't press our knees back or hyperextend the knees. And then working on opening the side body and the inhale, extending the left arm out. Good. And then exhaling, bringing that arm back over the shoulder. And again, as you inhale, reach out, open up, extend. Good. Exhaling, again back to center. And then one last time as you reach out, open up. Expand the rib cage with your breath. Good, so from triangle pose, come into reverse triangle. We'll bring that left hand onto the right shin, and the right arm opens and extends overhead. Try to look up at the hand. Deep breathing in the twists. Legs stay firm. Breath is even and calm. Good, coming back to triangle, so switching hands. Left arm extends overhead. Keep opening the belly and chest towards the ceiling as you look up. Good, and then pressing into that back foot. Inhale to come all the way back up. Good, and then we'll turn to the right and then switch. So bringing that left foot forward, right foot back. And then focus on the foundation to begin our feet, feeling rooted through the feet. Good, hips centered, arms extend overhead. If you'd like to interlace those hands, and then coming into warrior one as you just bend the knee so it's over the ankle, and then lifting the sternum to look up. Good, feeling the shoulders rolling down the back, arms reaching, extending for the ceiling. Good, and then extending that left leg. Good, releasing the arms. Now back behind you again, grabbing a hold of the elbows. Good, coming forward, flat back again. Lengthen the spine to begin. Feeling solid, firm in the legs. Good, stable lower body. And then exhale, fold forward, dropping the head, releasing along the spine, forehead towards the knee. And then pressing through that back right heel to come all the way back up. Again, keeping the feet right where they are. We want that front heel intersecting the back arch of the foot. Turning our torso to the right, arms reach, extend at shoulder height. Good, and then just coming forward, so reaching out over that left leg. Good, hand onto the shin, right arm reaches. Looking up at your hand, if it's okay for the neck. Otherwise, just looking straight ahead or down. So protecting the neck. Protecting the knees, engaging the legs. Good, opening the side body in the inhale, reach out, open up. Good, exhaling, arm back over the shoulder. And again, as you reach out, extending the arm overhead. Good, back to center. One last time as you reach out. Good, keeping a nice long side body. We're just going to switch hands again, reverse triangle, so that right hand onto the shin, left arm reaches. Good, switching hands, coming back to triangle pose, left hand onto the shin, right arm overhead. Again, looking up at your hand, extending those arms in opposite directions, opening the back of your heart. And keeping all that extension, all that length as you press through the heel to come all the way back up. Good, turning the toes to center, releasing the arms down, and then inhale to reach up, extend the arms. Good, and then exhale, bringing those hands onto the hips as you come forward. So again, flat back, long spine, legs are firm. Good, and then exhale, fully release. So dropping the head, the chest between the legs, hands down under the shoulders. Spread legs, standing forward fold. So the head below the heart. And then walking your hands over to the left, so grabbing hold of the ankle with the right hand, left arm reaches, so just adding a twist. Looking up at the hand. Good, switching sides, walking the hands over to the right, grabbing hold of the ankle, right arm reaches. So we're really working on bringing flexibility to the spine and the twist, opening the chest, turning the heart to look up. Good, as you come back to center, we'll walk our hands forward, turn our toes out, heels in, hands under the thighs to press ourselves all the way back up. Good, bringing the feet back together, back in mountain pose, standing nice and tall. So I thank you all for taking time to practice yoga today. Be well. Namaste.